A few years back, my sister was assessing a potential love interest on a dating website that used the cutting-edge psychological questionnaires to determine your perfect partner. And the photo was at a kind of interesting angle, and he seemed sort of vaguely familiar, but she couldn't put her finger on it. And then she looked down under the different sections, and under pet hates, he'd put, "I hate specks in my food, and I don't like any condiments at all." And it was then that she realized that she'd actually been matched with her ex-husband. And she was concerned about this, and she rang me and she said, "You're a psychologist. I mean, the computers matched us. It's like scientific. Did I make a mistake in divorcing him?" And I said, "Of course not. What do algorithms know about love?" But that was a long time ago, and now we have big data, and we have surveillance capitalism, and we have tech that knows more about you than you know about yourself. But I still want to believe what I told my sister then, is that love, it's romantic, it's pheromonal, and it's instinctive, and it's organic. And if a computer makes these decisions for us, where's the magic? I had a very magical relationship one time. The computer didn't arrange it. We met in the sort of traditional old-fashioned way at a Gothic industrial club between the dungeon and the dance floor. But we could tell straight away that it was something incredibly, mysteriously special. And in case we ever forgot that, though, there were all these signs, like really uncanny things. We used to play this game where one of us would think about something and the other one would guess what it was. And we had this crazy, scary hit rate. It was like a message from the universe that these two people were definitely meant to be together. Except I didn't listen to the universe anymore, that I would listen to an algorithm, and he never really forgave me for that. But that was a long time ago. A few weeks ago, though, I was reading a novel, and at the end of the novel, the woman protagonist sees her dead lover across a magic river. And I closed my eyes, and I closed the book, and I thought, I wonder if he's okay. And then I thought, I wonder if he's dead. And it was an odd thought, and I couldn't account for why I thought it, but I sort of let the thought go like a leaf on a stream, like you do. I didn't let it trouble me. I got on with my day, I cleaned the kitchen, did some things, and I did some online shopping, or I tried to. But when I lifted the card, and I was being lazy, I was using my phone to scan the credit card, and the 16-digit number that came up was right, but the name was wrong. It was wrong in a way that made me feel like the ground was disappearing underneath my feet. And I called the bank. The guy at the bank told me that it was a glitch, an error, a system error. I called the woman at the customer service for my phone, and she said it was a system error. And I said, no. Let me explain something to you. Listen, I know how this works. The camera scans the credit card. The camera scans the credit card. If it were dark, or if I moved a little bit or something like that, my own name would get garbled, but this is a completely different name. This is a completely different name. And she said, "Ma'am, I understand you're worried." I was like thinking, she doesn't understand my worry. She really doesn't understand my worry. So I tried again. And I said, "Look, this isn't some random person's name that's coming up on here. This is a very important person's name. I used to play a game with him where we could tell what each other was thinking." So apparently this was too much information, because she went very silent. And I thought, okay, she thinks I'm crazy, but this is crazy. So I'm just going to roll with it. I'm going to roll with it crazy. I said, "Listen, I was reading a book this morning, and a woman saw her dead lover across a river. So that's not really important, but I just thought, should I Google him? But I didn't Google him. I thought, no, I'll just keep that to myself. I didn't put it in any computer anywhere. And then I was just going to my freaking phone to try to freaking buy something. And this freaking name comes up on my phone. And you need to understand that this is not a system error, and this is a glitch. And you need to understand. You need to explain to me what this is." She just needs to speak to her manager. She comes back and says, "Ma'am, my manager has confirmed that it is a system error." I clearly wasn't going to get my answers from this woman. I didn't even bother to say goodbye. I regret to say I was very rude. I hung up the phone. And I thought, right, I'm going to break the 3-year silence hanging over our old message thread, and I'm going to message him. I'm going to send a message. I'm sending a message, but I'm really upset because I feel like I already know. I thought, I'm not going to get a second tick. It's not going to change color. The photograph is not going to slide down. There isn't going to be any returning signal, smoke signal across this sort of vast digital plane. But I send the message anyway, and I fidget around, and I go make a cup of tea, and I come back, and oh my God, there's a return message. I don't know whether it's from him or from the representative of his estate. But it says, "The Matrix is real, and we are all its bitches." Nobody else could have written this, so clearly he's still walking the earth. But I call my sister, and she's very spooked. She thinks it's paranormal. But her new husband, her second husband, who's in tech, says the same thing as the people from the customer service. He said, "Oh, it's a glitch." He said, "This is why they should call it artificial stupidity instead of artificial intelligence." I'm like, okay, right. You know, everybody tells me it's a system error, like there's no logical explanation for it. But you know, maybe I broke this system. Maybe I'm the glitch. Maybe I broke the system all those years ago. Maybe we really were right for each other when we were going out. But that was a long time ago.